Welcome back to Sports and Light Content Podcast. I'm your host, Cassius Clee, and we are back in the studios of Industry City, Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklyn.
Ponix, how you doing, bro?
Good.
We're going to talk about Phil Jackson.
Good man.
Philly. Idiotic statement he made. Well, I shouldn't call it idiotic, but if that's how he feels, that's how he feels. Brother O, what's happening?
Yo, I'm here, bro.
Rudeness.
Yep, let's get it.
Welcome back, Dirk Dash.
Peace.
Big Joe.
What's up, bro?
Phil Jackson, NBA champion, head coach.
11.
11.
All right, 11.
Yeah.
I'm jumping him. He got 6 with Bulls.
Well, maybe I just
5
feel
with
like
Lakers.
taking away some of the rings because of what he
Yeah.
said. But the man said he stopped watching the NBA in 2020 during the pandemic because of the Black Lives Matter movement.
He specifically said BLM movement.
Yeah, when the players were putting, peace and, all the slogans on the back of their jerseys. Now,
And on the court.
I don't know. We'll start with you, Ponix.
Totally.
Yeah. What do you feel about that?
I feel like I'm not surprised.
You're not. I'm very surprised.
Nah, all right. Your man Scottie Pippen went on a run last year when he dropped his book. Everybody was paying attention to like stuff that he was saying about Michael and how bitter he sounded and stuff like that. But he hinted at it. He's had bad quotes about players before that literally had nothing to do with like basketball critiques. But at the end of the day, when you speak about black men, and the reason why like one of the unsung rules that we have here is we're not here to bash black. You can be critical of what they're doing, but when you're talking about something that has nothing to do with you, like I just don't understand the need to tell me your opinion on that. You're
Apparently-
racing to tell me that you don't want it to be political, or that's why you're not watching it anymore.
Yeah.
The game is not political.
Right.
The people. But he was like a hippie in the 70s when he played.
Exactly.
So that's
And he wanted
political.
And guess what? He
That's
wanted
very
to be
political.
accepted for that. He coached it in The Last Dance. He had them doing yoga, stuff like that. People could have looked at you back in those times and called you something.
Right. Apparently, he was on a podcast with Rick Rubin, which is a little strange, but I'll leave that alone. So Rudy, think about Phil Jackson's comments and why he stopped watching basketball during the pandemic.
He gave an honest answer, man. That's how he felt about the situation. Like, I don't know if I would label it racist, to be honest with you, but I could see how some people would look at it and be offended.
So I'm looking at it.
Me too.
I think he has a problem adapting to how the NBA is being run now, because what he was able to do in the past. Or he could be looking at, okay, well, all these slogans and stuff like Black Lives Matter are really not doing anything. So why address it? So I don't know what his mindset was, but what I'm just saying, he could be looking at it either way, but I don't think, not saying that he's not racist, but
You wouldn't label it racist,
no.
Okay.
I won't label it racist.
brother. Oh,
I'll label it a racist. Tell you why. Politics has been in sports for the longest. But it's only been, for the most part, that I could think of, been for black people.
right.
Because we were the oppressed. We could go through history, what they did to Muhammad Ali, Jackie Robinson, and all the stuff they went through just to play a sport. You know what I'm saying? The 60s, 70s, 80s. But this was something different. Like, we saw a black man get killed by a cop on camera with a knee
Right.
on his throat. And he's standing there posing like he's fucking Captain Morgan, looking at everybody. Like, come on, man, we saw that. Everybody saw that. You're a fool to don't think that it wasn't racist. Your man is telling you, I can't breathe. And you're sitting there. Actually, you know when it really started? Trayvon Martin. I forgot about that. We can't, excuse me. we can't let that go to waste. Because remember, LeBron and Kyrie didn't want to play. Really, Kyrie didn't want to play. He kind of spearheaded that. And they came out with the I Can't Breathe T-shirts and warm-ups. And that's where it started. So when what happened to Floyd just put it up to a whole different level. Like, yo, Sky, that shit broke my... I only saw that maybe like twice in my life. Every time they pull that up, I got to change.
Yeah, it's not something you need to watch multiple times.
But
I had to change that, yo.
I think at this particular moment, though, during the pandemic, which Phil Jackson's referring to, that was a big moment. That wasn't. Exactly, it didn't come out of anywhere.
Yeah, George Floyd spearheaded that.
That's exactly
you know what I'm saying.
That's
during the pandemic, the players felt we got to speak up about this, and it was very political. Which the politics is sports. You know, like we weren't allowed. Black players weren't allowed to play in these sports until a certain time. So that in itself is political. Black people playing sports in itself is political.
Don't forget about Cap, too. Don't forget about Colin Kaepernick.
Colin Kaepernick, correct.
You know what? I do you guys one better, right? Phil Jackson used to play in basketball. He used to play in the league, yeah?
Yeah, for the Knicks.
During what time period?
70s, right?
60s and 70s.
Nothing was happening there in those times.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, he's part of the championship that they won,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
He's part of that championship that they won.
Nothing was happening with those Suns.
Yeah,
Nothing. Because last I checked, Bill Russell is revered for what he went through with basketball, right? Not even because of what he did on the court, but what he endured, right?
Yeah.
That is way before Phil Jackson played. That's way before Black Lives Matter ever happened. So literally, in the sport that you are known for to the masses, there's always been these undertones in
society.
in basketball. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah,
even if you want to center it for this conversation, in basketball, you've seen it.
But
So why in a sport where predominantly black people are in, can't they say something?
It's almost like it's like these dudes are more concerned with the response to injustice than the injustice itself.
yeah, that's what they harp on.
It's
Well was said.
it's,
my brother.
it's so crazy, dog.
Yeah.
I'm wearing a
Like-
T-shirt with a name on the back, equality,
And that
and
hurts
that
you.
bothers you?
But look what, yo.
I mean, I'm shocked. Phil
so
Jackson
what?
saying
Yeah.
this.
So
I
what
really
does
am.
that say? So he doesn't care what happened to George Floyd, that it was whether it was right or wrong, because that's where this protest is spearheaded from.
That's all it's about, really. It's
So,
very specific.
no-
though.
nothing-
This is a very specific thing during the pandemic.
Yeah, that's racist,
But-
man. There's
but-
no way around it. man.
Exactly, and that's why what you call it. I think Rudy not giving him enough slack. Like
For you too much slack.
you're not
Give him enough.
you're not giving enough, because think about it. Again, I think people don't understand like the context that they add to like their statements. You put the 2020 out. Think about what you were doing and seeing in 2020. And the crazy part is George Floyd didn't stop them.
Nope.
George Floyd didn't stop them from playing. He just made them, like, that's what made them wear the shirt in the bubble. But remember, it wasn't until homie got shot when he was walking back to his car.
Oh, that's in Kenosha, Wisconsin.
Yeah. It wasn't.
I
It
forgot
wasn't.
the gentleman's
I
name.
don't remember his name, but it wasn't up. It was up until then, and that happened the day of a game. He's like, we're not gonna play.
Right.
But listen,
So the mental capacity of seeing people die before you play basketball is not enough.
Well,
for you to
that
sympathize?
guy didn't die.
But no.
Got
But I'm
paralyzed.
saying
The one in
you're
Kenosha.
seeing, and it. Think about
Yeah.
the pandemic. You're seeing Breonna Taylor. You're seeing and hearing all these things
Breonna Taylor.
that is affecting the black athlete.
No one gets indicted, Joe, for that.
And all they want to do is wear a shirt, and that's where you have a problem.
Yeah, so you gonna stop watching
Stop
basketball?
watching.
I'm gonna stop watching.
Now I gotta
I
be
didn't
honest.
stop watching.
I gotta be honest. I didn't see the interview. I'm getting all the clips like everyone else, and I'm reading. I gotta see what context this was said, but
I don't want to see it.
Yeah, I don't.
I don't think.
As
I'm
of
a
right
fan for
now, I don't
context,
think.
too. I like context, bro. But
You know what I'm saying?
not this
Yeah,
time.
if he was racist, right? look at all the years that he's been in the NBA. Where was those signs of racism?
No. This
What?
we don't know about anything else. I'm saying this particular notion that he stopped watching it because of the protests, that makes him racist for this situation.
Okay, so you're not saying he's racist
I don't know
overall,
what
but he
he's
made a
done
racist
behind
comment that. So he could have.
This part of
this
it
could
is
be a
racist.
racist comment that he probably not aware that's a racist comment.
Most white people are aware of when they're racist, I believe.
I'm not gonna say he's racist.
All of them.
I agree with you, Rudy. I'm not gonna call him racist, but this is very. What's the word? Very insensitive, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Nobody
Like,
understands
I know-
the play, son.
There's certain things in life that might not affect you, but if you have a heart, if you're a human being, it's gotta like move you, dog. And you see black people getting killed. Yo,
By cops
your
constantly.
best players were black. They got you championships. NBA is 85% black.
But maybe he
I
wants
mean-
to see more though. See, my thing behind the T-shirt is he could be looking at it like all you guys is doing, not all you guys, but all they're doing is wearing T-shirts. There's not any real movement going on to help stop.
But he didn't say that. He didn't say that.
I don't think Phil Jackson's
say that.
looking
I'm
at it
just
from that
saying, like
point of
I
view.
don't know, like you gotta give a benefit of the doubt.
Yeah. There's a
He don't
difference
get that.
between giving somebody the benefit of the doubt and creating an out for them. What you're doing right now is only dangerous because, let's say, for the sake of conversation, he doesn't have a reason for why he said that, right? He falls upon the interview. Oh, that's what I meant. You're giving him an out. The same thing that you just said, he could have said. He didn't say it. He didn't say it. And that's the thing. That's why I don't talk for people. Because at the end of the day, you're an adult and you know what the fuck you're saying. You put the context, you put the time period, and you said, yo, in 2020, when they did this,
Yes, it's very.
you said
It's
that.
very specific.
You put that. So now I'm going to sit here and be like, oh, yeah, he made a mistake. No, he didn't. And then he knew what he
exactly.
said.
Well, I'm
Just
not
like
saying he made
most
a
of them.
mistake.
Yo, look. Just most people, most public figures, when they say something and they make a mistake, they have a what?
Publicist.
Why?
The views.
To clean up what they said.
damage control.
Does that mean that they didn't say it?
Nope.
At the end of the day, when you say something like that, you contextualize it the way you wanted to. Bro, that's what you meant. That's what you meant. And for you to say, let's say we won't even call him racist, right? He can't turn around and be like, I don't understand why somebody would take offense to that. Because if he did, then he's playing in your face.
But he said, all right, take racism out of it, right? Phil Jackson said there should be no politics in sports. Let's just say, let's go on that. That is that's a foolish statement by itself.
Oh, that's a dumb.
Right? So let's say Phil Jackson's not racist. That's a stupid statement. Take politics out of sports. So that turned you off from the NBA. The game you played, you coached, and won championships with.
Made millions and millions.
That's enough.
They wore a shirt representing, the struggle. And you're like, nah, I'm not watching it.
I'm not watching
I'm not
it.
watching the same.
He'd been
movie.
better off saying, I just don't like today's players, so I'm not
I
going to watch
just,
it.
I don't know.
That's it.
Better off.
that's
Like I
good.
said, like
What you
even-
got? Let me
He
ask
went
Dirk, how you feel
specifically
about this?
for that.
Well, the fact, like you said, he specifically pointed to that thing, right? That thing, that old, it's too political because of X, Y, Z. To me, that's racist because you're pointing to a specific thing dealing with black people. And the fact that it's about black people, you have a problem with it. Because I'm sure if it was reversed and it was White Lives Matter, he wouldn't have made that comment. He would have just been like, oh. So the fact that it's about, so he's so irate or upset that people want to recognize injustice for black people. It's racist.
All right.
Even
Joe,
if he didn't mean to be
let me hear
racist,
from
it's still
Joe.
racist.
We feel about it, Joe?
Feel like that was super careless for Phil Jackson to say that. You can have your own opinion, of course, you do that, but I also felt a problem with him saying he assumed that the fans didn't want to see it either. because he said that at the end of his statement. He said, "I don't think the fans want to see politics in sports."
You know what
So
fans
to
he's talking
assume
about.
that is kind of careless
Yeah.
to me as well.
That's a good word, careless.
Yeah.
Thanks, Joe.
But even when we say Black Lives Matter, no. All lives matter. Hold on, we're not. You want your own thing? You want your own protest? Have your own protest. But right now, we talking about Black Lives because these are the only people dying in the hands of officers with no repercussions. This is the first time George Floyd case that I could think of. And but he didn't get killed, but Abner Louima.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the first one that I know of. I'm pretty sure it happened, but big case that a cop actually paid for it.
Yeah, that's
Paid the price for it.
no doubt.
You know what? I think
That we know of.
Yeah.
I think it's so interesting to me when people get a rise out of Black Lives Matter because you're telling me everything you need to tell me.
Yep.
And it's like I'm not even gonna go to I'm not even gonna go to this thing. What you said is true, but I feel like that's the popular argument. Like, all lives can't matter until Black Lives Matter. I'm not even gonna say that.
Nah, I didn't say that.
No. I'm saying, but that's like the popular. That's like the popular explanation.
That's a retort.
Yeah.
That's
My-
to diminish the whole BLM thing.
I'm gonna be honest, right? I think when you think about Black Lives Matter, the reason why it's hilarious to see people get a rise out of it for me is because if all lives matter, right? Let's say I believe that, right? And let's say there's nothing wrong with the slogan, right? The reason why your response to Black Lives Matter and All Lives Matter doesn't make sense is because if Black Lives not included in this? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because if people saying like, "Hey,
It's already
we don't
separated.
feel
Separated.
like we matter," oh yeah, but all of you guys matter. But it's like, yo, listen to the response. You know what I mean? Like,
We got evidence
we're
and proof
telling
that
you,
we
we're
don't
telling you,
matter.
yo, we don't feel seen. Oh no, you're seen, bro. I'm
I saw
literally
you. I saw
telling you,
you.
like I'm really telling you, like, nah. And then it's like, I've seen so many like videos of people taking down the signs. It's like, yo, I just can't understand how this is hurting you.
Facts.
You see what I'm saying? Like, and it's like something in their core. Like, it's like I can't see that.
But it's
Because you
that
just-
guilt.
100%.
I don't even
Guilt.
think it's guilt.
But I don't even think it's
I know what
not,
you're
no,
saying.
not guilt, but it's like I don't want to face reality,
Yeah.
right?
turning a
a
blind
lot of
eye,
white
man.
people don't like to face reality. That's why they want to get rid of certain books and lessons in school and shit like that because it's like
Oh, Florida.
you're making me feel bad about
my.
myself for something that we did or we do. I don't want to feel bad about it.
You know,
So I'm
you know-
going to pretend like it doesn't happen.
You know what's crazy? I won't even go that hard on them.
Pause.
I feel like, fact.
Pause.
I won't even.
You give them softies.
Pause.
No, go ahead, man.
That's crazy.
Right.
But
Come on, man.
when I think it's interesting whenever you get on race topics because having a certain opinion, it kind of tells me everything I need to know about you. If you say something like if a white person calls you the N-word, you're pretty much like, yeah, this person's a racist. Yeah?
That's safe to say.
Yeah,
Right?
that's a no-brainer.
we all agree.
Yes, sir.
So it's just like you clearly don't respect black people, right? My thing is this. I feel like it's not that they fear being accountable. I feel like what they want is them to be accountable, but them to still reap the benefits of how they live. You see what I'm saying? So it's just like they don't want to acknowledge anything that can offset
That's a fact.
their way of life.
Right.
And I don't think it's from a guilt perspective. I think there's genuine white people that feel bad. Like they feel bad, they feel the guilt, and then that's how you have the certain people like, oh, like what happened to you is a blah blah. You know what I mean? That's why you have those. I'm not gonna sit here and say all of them are blah blah. No,
of course.
No, I'm not saying that either.
The reason is like, it's literally like if I can allow you guys to get the justice that you guys have, but still have the perks that I have.
Privileges.
Exactly. I think that's what they want. I feel like
I think it's a lot simpler than that.
I don't. I feel like they know privileges that they have are going to be stripped away because people have to now be equal. You can't have privileges if you're equal standing.
That's a fact.
So I can't get away with the shit that I'm used to getting away with if we're all gonna be held accountable to the same standard.
Then they really not sympathize then.
But that's why I say it's a
100%.
lot simpler. I'm not disagreeing with what you say, but what I say is a lot simpler than that. I just think it's just like you have an argument with your girl, right? Mm-hmm. You get angry. Every man that's been in a relationship know if you have an argument with your girl and you're right, you still lose. So they try to dictate our anger, our level of anger. Mm-hmm. They try to dictate our level of outrage of what's going on. Like it's not there. Like we should feel, calm, relax. All right, we'll do this, we'll do that, and try to shut you up. All right, you had your march, now more. What do you want?
What else do you want?
What else do you want?
You guys are out of chains now. Like,
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I think it's just that simple, man. They don't want to. There's work to be done to get this to where it needs to be.
Yeah.
And I'm a true believer it's not gonna get there in my lifetime. So I just hope my kids get there in that lifetime and their kids. But in my lifetime, it is not gonna get there. I can see where it's going and how it's going. I'm around people all day, every day.
I just believe the people that make these comments, right, they're not affected one way or the other. So we can call Phil Jackson a racist.
Oh, it's not gonna affect
We
us.
can call him whatever we want. He said what he said.
No repercussions.
No repercussions. He's got his rings. He got his championships. He's an older man now, chilling in
But you should be a lot.
Wisconsin. What state is he in now? Montana or some shit?
Montana.
But the
He's not
crazy
worried
thing is,
about
I agree with you, and I don't want anything. Like I'm gonna be honest with you. And this might be a me thing. Like this is strictly might be a me thing. I'll let y'all all off the hook with this. I honestly don't believe that, like, what you call it. I don't feel like he should be ostracized with what he said. But I also feel like if you're going to say it, it shouldn't be hidden. You need to contextualize it. I don't need a PR apology like I didn't mean it. Just say it. If that's what you feel like, because what you said is the reality of it. No matter if he says, yo, I hate all black people. Nothing's going to happen to him.
Correct.
So if you feel that way, at least say that. Therefore, I know who I'm dealing with. This is my issue when it comes to people saying anything. If you're going to say something, stand on what you said. I don't care if you pay millions of dollars. I'm never going to forget what the fuck you said.
Yeah, even if you fucking didn't mean what you said, then explain yourself. You.
Exactly. That's your job.
Not this publicist.
But he doesn't have to.
Because they didn't say that shit.
What I'm saying is, it's your job in life. It's your job in life. Hey, we're here on a podcast. We're here to explain our thoughts. We're here to talk about our reactions. We're not supposed to say, hey, the game is good.
Back to you, Jim.
You know what I mean? That's not what it is. That's not
What's
what
White
it
Colored
is.
Podcast?
That's
So
it.
literally,
Hello and
Be a
goodbye.
2-second podcast, yo.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
that was a good game last night. All right, thanks for coming out. Good night.
So now when you don't speak up, and then my whole thing is, again, you don't have to explain it, but deal with the repercussions that follow that. So when people say racist, oh, it's a blah blah blah. People can have their opinions. Guess what? Because you don't want to clear it up. You don't want to contextualize it. Or you don't want to own the fact that what you said was irresponsible.
Can't even be deemed racist.
Exactly.
What you said.
So it's just like, bro, if you don't explain yourself and you don't speak up and you just let someone say what they want to say, bro,
It is what
you
it
can
is.
say what the fuck you want to say. But at the end of the day, I can have a reaction to what you're saying.
Yeah. I mean, I just think Phil Jackson just doesn't care about Black Lives Matter, the movement, the T-shirts. Like it doesn't affect him. Like Rudy said, he could say it. I stopped watching because of the shirts. All right.
And
That's just
that's it.
like what are you gonna say?
Like he didn't say like, yo,
He
you know, the
just
level
doesn't
of play,
care, man. I would
the
have
level
thought
of
somebody
play
like
is
Phil
low.
Jackson
Kid,
would
bro.
care more.
And
than
that's
that.
the disappointing thing.
Yeah, that's what bothers me. Like we can say it all day, call him racist, not racist.
It don't even
Yeah,
matter.
oh,
it doesn't matter.
you right
But
about
don't
that. It's
even
definitely
matter.
disappointing, man.
The fact is, I would have thought a man like that would have cared more about that whole movement.
I think the scariest part is you never really know. It's like even the ones you think is on your side, you never really know who's on your side.
Yeah, there's no one on our side.
No one.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
All right.
We're not even on our
Miami
side
3-1.
Oh yeah,
Miami 3-1, son.
Word.
Miami what?
Going crazy right now, son.
They won?
They were down.
They came back?
Boy,
They were
your boy
down 9
Jimmy
with like
got
3 minutes.
53.
No way. Sportsmanlike Conduct
Wait, that's with
Podcast.
Giannis.
See you next week. Peace.
Peace.
Yo, they was up 13, son.
Yeah, they were
Yeah,
up.
bro.
They won?
They must, yo, with like 3 minutes
outta here.
left, they were up like
Yo.
9 points with like 3
Yo,
minutes
yo.
left.